G'day, welcome one and all back to another set of Alliance War hits. These ones are unfortunately done in advance of me doing this voiceover, so bear with me for a sec while I set the scene. So I have changed alliances. I am in Epic Space Monkeys at the moment, going on a little bit of a tour, visiting various different friends and such. So this time around we've got ESM versus Asia Glory. It's late in the piece. We've only got, I think at the time of this, 11 flags left, including my 6, and they've got about 30 odd. So it is reasonably close. So first up, I have gone with a 3-1-1 setup. I've gone with 3 yellows, Xenia and Groll. Basically the thought process being that Groll is good at taunting things. Xenia is there to revive, and then my triple yellow setup is there to basically clear out as much of the enemies as we can. So it's not going too great. I have got most of my heroes in a little bit of trouble there. Not much health left, and I've only got Sapphire's about to fire, so we're in a touch of bother at this stage, and Groll isn't close to charging, which is what I really needed in order to basically stop, well, what's about to happening. Because if Groll had been charged, we would have taken all of Sapphire's damage there, all of Parsek's damage, and probably wouldn't have survived the third one. So we had a good start, shall we say. So see how it goes, if it goes a bit better in this next one. So this next one is against Kobe. I've gone with a 3-1-1 setup again, this time 3 yellows, Pantera and Pulse. So Pantera is there as a full team dispeller. The 3 yellows, we've got 8-bit for EDD, and then we've got Dragon Fist there to deal out damage and charge control, and Zigzag for some free charge to complement Pulse. So we do have a bit of a crack. Unfortunately, we do take a lot of damage there as a result of the what's it called? Shell Shock ability from Dragon Fist, which is unfortunate. So I do sit on Pantera a little bit here, just waiting to see what will happen, if I need to fire him or not. So I do end up choosing to shoot him at Dragon Fist, just to try to get the kill before he fires. And yeah, Field Aid not helping me very much there, and unfortunately we don't get the kill on Dragon Fist before he plays Whack-A-Mole, and I lose a lot more health there. In fact, we do end up losing Panzer as a result of the burn ailment, which is about to come through right about now. So there we go, we lost Pantera, and also get face shot by what's the name there? The not getting red tiles to charge Pulse, which is problematic at this point, particularly because we're about to lose Pulse regardless, thanks to the Hypernova's effect. And so we're down to 2 heroes, neither of which are healers, and we've got 2 damage dealers on the other side, which is not a great predicament to be in. Fortunately, I've got Zigzag, who does crit buff, which is good, and we've also got free charge coming in, and he also does a dodge buff as well. So we are getting at least a little bit of support out of Zigzag at this point. So we will keep shooting away with Zigzag, and unfortunately just lost 8-bit. So it's become a 1v1 now with no healing and no direct damage from special skills. So we've just got Zigzag to try to keep my dodge up, while also keeping as much as we can the damage. But unfortunately I do have to throw tiles at Bunraku there, and as we know, tile damage gives them charge. Giving them charge means they play Whack-A-Mole with me. So we're down to 493 health, and fortunately get one last crit, which does secure the win. So a little bit hairy there, not gonna lie. I was a little bit nervous that we were gonna get so close and yet finish so close. Next up we got PKK. I've switched over now to 3 reds. So we've got 3 red stack, and then a 1 and a 1 setup. This time we've got charge control in the form of Mayor Vinaya, second healer in the form of Doodle, and then we've got Xenia, Rudolph and Barbie to complement or complete the setup. So just sort of trying to get some tiles moving around. So we've got Rudolph and Barbed Wire. They do a fair whack of damage if all of the shots hit. So you can see there the difference in the damage output of Barbed Wire between hitting the enemy with Rudolph's buff, or debuff, sorry, and missing them all. In the case of Sidestep, it was a dodge that happened. We are fairly well equipped to close this one out at this point. There's not... I mean, I've got 5 heroes still, I've got both my healers still in play, I've got charge coming in through Xenia, still got damage output from Barbed Wire and Rudolph, so it's going alright. Unfortunately, Sidestep is doing Sidestep things and evading the damage, but again, not too worried because we've got 5v2, so it'll take quite a lot for this to go that far south. So we'll put Mayor Vanaya's mindless attack element out. She dodged, what a surprise. And we'll just keep charging my tiles. We'll try again with Mayor Vanaya. This time we were successful and got the mindless attack proc. And then that's pretty much it at this point. Boop, there you go. All done. So much better that time around, much more in control of that fight. So yeah, next one, 3-1-1 setup again, double healer in the form of Doc Colton and Senya, and then we've got another Mayor Vanaya throwing out the mindless attack, and then we've got 2 reds in the form of Accent and Bunraku for some direct damage. So I'm not specifically choosing which enemies I attack, I'm pretty much just using the like the auto finder thing, or select whatever it is, I don't know. So I'm not really doing much in terms of choosing the enemies, I'm just going with whatever the computer suggests. At this stage in the war, probably could have been a little bit more, not cautious, sorry, but a little bit more selective, so go for the enemies who have only got maximal points left. So target the left hand side here, just because Pika is about to fire anyway, and then it at least reduces the healing that she does. Because she's not a massive direct healer, but she does have fast charge speed, which is why she's such a good healer. So mindless attack or insanity put on the right side. Left side, unfortunately, we do have Gladius Fire again, but we've only got 1 enemy dead, so his damage isn't really ramped up at this point. But we do now have Senya and Doc Colton charge, which is great because we get the heal over time and the healing. Finish off Barbie there with some tiles. And now we can start playing whack-a-mole on the left side now. And now that we've got the insanity up on them both, we'll just pump some tiles into them. Heal again just to bring myself back up towards full health. And now we're just sort of ghosting tiles up the middle. Not too concerned at this point in time because we don't have to worry about anyone's damage or anyone's special skills because we have got green tiles rolling, which is allowing me to keep that mindless attack. That insanity proccing on the enemies. So we go, insanity, ready to fire, and I think he, kills himself, which is always the best way to finish a fight. Alright, so we're 3 up, 1 down, and we have got 2 to go. So another 3-1-1 setup. So we've got, this time we've got Rudolph and Blunderbuss and Scarlet as my 3 reds. I've got Nima there, and then I've also got Variant Throttle. So you might be thinking Variant Throttle's a bit of a weird one. Why would you bring a 4-star hero to a war fight when you've got so many options? And the reason, quite simply, is that Variant Throttle does a full team dispel without copping any damage, which is very handy when you've got counterattack up on the enemy heroes, because it means that you're essentially getting rid of their counterattack without taking any of the counterattack damage yourself. So very useful hero. I do actually quite like Variant Throttle a fair bit. I'm not a big fan of basic Throttle, but I do like Variant Throttle. I find him to be quite useful, particularly in the era of Ayumi and this counterattack wave that we've got going at the moment. So big tile cascade there. So yeah, that's a bit of an explanation why Variant Throttle is in. Didn't end up needing his Dispel at all, which is good, but also disappointing because it meant I couldn't showcase it. So I will be leveling another Throttle or 2, maybe just 1 more for now with that Variant costume bonus. I won't worry too much about the normal version, just because I'm not a fan of heal over time without some of the other benefits. Alright, another last flag. We've got 3-1-1 set up. I've got 3 reds in the form of a 4th Xenia, Renegade, and Brock. I brought along my friend Emerald for some charge control, and then we've also got Krampus in for buff stealing if I needed it at the time. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I've got tank dead, left flank gone, which is all of my strong tiles there, and now we're going up against the neutrals in double Dragon Fist and Bunraku. So I'll fire Rudolph now to give them back those burn elements from the first Fisty. Charge block the right side only because there's more heroes on that side. I can't stop Bunraku from firing because she'd already charged, but I can stop her from gaining any more charge. And then we've got rid of both of them with Renegade and some tiles. So unfortunately Brock was charged, now uncharged thanks to Fisty, but I'll just drop a bunch of tiles on him in a big cascade, fire off Xenia and Rudolph, and finish off with some ghosted tiles to charge my skills one last time. So here we go, Renegade, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. And there we got it. Decent finish to the war. So a little bit shaky with that first flag, but the other 5 went reasonably okay. Second one was pretty dicey, but we got through in the end. So 5 kills, 1 loss, and that puts us at 274 or equal 10th spot. So there we have it. Thanks once again for joining me. Good luck with your wars, and I will catch you guys all in the next video. Until then, cheers and goodbye.